वेलकम बैक टू आवर न्यू एपिसोड। आज हमारे साथ है गूगल के इंजीनियर आयुष। सो हाय आयुष।
Hey everyone, so my name is Ayush and currently I'm working as a software developer at Google. And previous to Google, I was working with the Samsung, and before that, I was associated with the fintech firm Cash Payments. So again, I'm a 2023 grad from NIT Delhi and have done my major from electronics and communication engineering. So yeah, that's about me.
So nice, Ayush. And being an IT alumni, what kind of benefits that you get?
Okay, so like I joined the NIT in 2019, and like it has provided me a lot of opportunities to connect with the top and exception mind or overall my college or the industry because I was able to connect with my professor who has done from here who's done his post grad from some of the famous universities from US universities. So I connected with him and was able to publish 4 5 research paper in my electronics and communication domain, and also got the opportunity to from his side so that I can work as a research intern in University of Central Florida. So that was one of the things of the networking when you are present in the good and prestigious college in the India. And apart from that, like I am very much active in the sports and all. So I have played inter NIT from my college and went to the NIT Jaipur to represent in the athletics tournament. So it is again added on perks. You have to come able to compete with the good colleges and prove that yeah you belong here. And yeah, it's I would say like a very good experience as a student at NIT Delhi.
एज गूगल हर किसी का सपना होता है। आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट एवरी इंजीनियर वांट टू वर्क विद गूगल। एंड आई वांट टू आस्क यू, जब आप कॉलेज में थे तो आपका कौन सी ड्रीम कंपनी थी?
या अगेन फैन कंपनीज किसकी ड्रीम कंपनी नहीं होती है, सो गूगल वॉज अगेन माइन, अडोबी, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट सब में जाने का ऑब्वियसली ड्रीम था। बट अगेन जब मैं अपने थर्ड और फोर्थ ईयर में था, सो नॉट वेरी फेमस टेक कंपनीज वर विजिटिंग ऑफ कॉलेज बिकॉज इट वॉज फेयरली न्यू। बट राइट नाउ आई एम सीइंग द प्लेसमेंट ऑफ डिफरेंट बैचेस दैट आर graduating right now from our college. It's very good, and all the top companies from the world are visiting, so I really like it. But yeah, dream company it was not more like a dream company, it was like dream compensation that I want to get after graduating from the college. So like I just started putting the efforts and uh, worked hard a lot in the right direction so that I was getting placed at a good company. So that was the sole motivation at that time, but not that this company I want to go. And yeah.
एंड एट दैट टाइम ऑफ कॉलेजेस आपने कुछ प्रोजेक्ट बनाए होंगे, बट व्हेन यू कम टू इन अ प्रोफेशनल जर्नी you work with the certain projects. What are the key difference that you faced in both the projects?
Yeah, so when you made project in college versus when you contribute to on a project in the industry, so there are starking and the contrasting difference in a lot of ways. So while in college, our main aim is to get the things done. This should be the expected output. We try to reach at that. And but in the industry, we have to follow certain protocols. We need to review the licenses. We need to have certain policy approved because these things are working with the government entities also, or having the user privacy thing in the concern. So like for example, like I've made a music player website in a college. So the main functioning was like that the website able to play the music, users should be able to upload the mp3 files, able to comment how they find the song, able to like or reply on a comment posted by some other user. But these things were implemented on a superficial level, not in a very in depth understand, in a very depth having all the policy approval and all. But when you are in the industry, you need to have take care of all these things. The thing is that the project should be scalable because it will be reaching to millions of people, and simultaneously if thousands of users are using the project, there should be no scope that it should get down. So we have to take care of that constraint also. So this is the difference that when you are working on a college project versus on a project that you're contributing in an industry.
And how a normal day look for an Google engineer?
Okay, I would be not specifically commenting on all the Google engineers, but to be specific on my day, so I go to the gym 7:30 in the morning in the Google campus, and after having 1.5 hour session of gym, I have the breakfast there in the office only. Then I get back on my desk around 10 a.m. Then work for 2 3 hours. Then we go in the team to have lunch, and after having lunch we play for like 10 15 minutes table tennis. Like I like to play basically, and after that we again get back to the work for 3 4 hours. Then I take the logout like 4 or 5 p.m. Then get back to my home, and if some of the things that get left over and needs to be closed, so I work from home for some time and then close this thing. And also, like, I like to play instrument, piano. So sometimes I find the time in the company to play by visiting the music room. Also, I have my keyboard back here, so I like to play at my home too. So I'm still learning, but I find it entertaining myself and to relaxing basically. So that's how a typical day look like for me.
And you are right now in the Google. So do you find or had any kind of rejection?
I mean, a lot of rejection that I have faced during this journey, be it reaching to second, third round of the interview to some other companies, getting my resume shortlisted, not getting shortlisted on the very first, getting rejection mail over and over again from a lot of companies. So I've seen all these journey, but again, I would say that these are just a part of the journey that I am on in the tech domain. So I have to take the rejection in a positive way, not as a setback. Because that thing we need to keep in mind and like put effort every day, so that until unless the goal is achieved.
And when we talk about when a student get a first internship or a first job, what are the challenge that you faced in your first job or first internship?
But yeah, we don't have the technical knowledge of all the things that we are going to work on, all the implementation things, that the task that would be getting assigned to us. So I would say, like, I ask a lot of questions to the senior people so that you are able to get the understanding what skill you will be able to get from college to the industry, and not having a good understanding how the corporate culture goes on. So asking a lot of questions will definitely will get you through many of the things ahead.
There is a saying that higher the position, higher the pressure. And you are right now as a software developer too at Google. So what kind of pressure do you handle in your daily?
Yeah, again, once you are reaching the higher position, then you are responsible for many of the things to the stakeholders that are involved in that project. So I usually don't take a lot of pressure, because pressure only comes when the things are getting compiled up from a long time and you are not putting efforts, or you're saying you're procrastinating things so that you can do it later. But I usually try to keep all things on time, and proactively working and contributing to the team project, so that things didn't get stuck because of me. Because if I'm taking the ownership of something, I have to deliver it before time. So that is my main agenda, when I contribute in a project. So that's why I feel like I don't get a lot of pressure because I contribute proactively.
And when you're applying for the Google, so what are the rounds that you faced while applying?
So I had the 5 round, and they were mainly focused on the DSA aspect. So I will suggest like keep practicing a lot of DSA even in the age of AI, because having a foundational knowledge about DSA and having a complex understanding of how the system is going on is very much necessary, because right now the Claude or any other LLMs are able to implement it, but they still needs to be get reviewed by a human, so that because a human having a good understanding of the things, how the system goes on, how the security policies, everything, then only they can have provide a guidance to the AI models to to implement right direction, because otherwise not stating the clear requirement, they can get the job done but not in the right way that is scalable and that is policy compliant. So yeah.
And what are the qualities are shown into Google to be in the Google?
Can you repeat this once again?
What qualities does Google really evaluate?
Yeah, there are a lot of things I would say, like they have mentioned the standard interview things that they judge. You can check on the career portal how they hire and what qualities they specifically look for. But if I give you the overview, I would say like having a good communication skill and able to explain the complex things that you have implemented or you get asked is one of the necessary skill. Having quality of contributing when you are in a team or project, and able to take the ownership individually, so that you are in a independent resource and you're not dependent on anyone to to get stuck, or so because of that the project might get delayed. So these kind of things, I would say, needs to be have in a good candidates who are interviewing for Google or any other product based companies.
And it is said that being into tech, you know the DSA. But at this point at Google, do you still solve DSA?
Yeah, to be relevant, relevant in the age of AI, I still solve the DSA problem, because you have to get the good understanding of problems, because there are things are many times uncertain about the layoffs, or projects might get changed, so you have to always be keep ready yourself for the interview and all. And in the interview right now, DSA is the main priority of all the companies, so I still practice a lot.
And what are the key resources that you follow for learning?
Yeah, since I have like been through whole the DSA roadmap 2 3 times, so I know what areas I lack, what areas I need to put efforts. So I before like having practicing a lot of problem. Right now, I've solved more than 1400 problems. So I have followed the NeetCode 150 and completed like 2 3 times. To get the strong foundation over the standard problem that usually get asked in the interview. Not exact, but in a more like have providing me the confidence to tackle a new problems. So apart from it, I follow the lead code discussion section for the companies. People are giving the interviews for, so that I get the idea of what kind of question complexity level getting asked. Apart from this, I usually follow the Reddit pages also, so that you are also always up with the trend. What's the question? What's happening in this industry? So these kind of resources I follow.
And if we talk about the freshers, what should be the priority? The projects or the DSA?
I would say, like for a college fresher, they need to put the same amount of effort to both of these areas, because not only DSA will get you through in the long run, and not having only development skill will get you to the long run, because these two things are different and they need to go together. Having DSA will help you to clear the interviews. Having development skill will be able to help you contribute in the project. So these both of these things are important, and you need to put equal amount of efforts in to make these two areas stronger.
And almost AI taken the front end developer. But do you think it will replace the back end developer as well?
I would say like not surely how much able to it replace, but it's getting closer every day. But again, human is still human, and it has its own capabilities. So AI would be able to catch it later, but right now I don't see in 2 3 years. Maybe after that, when it gets much stronger, able to think all the technical scenarios and all. Because right now AI is more like a pattern replicator. When it has learned something, it's able to try to able to replicate that by finding the good pattern that can be placed at that place. But if something new comes, entirely different things, then yeah, I still find it challenging to implement, to find the right solution for it. So for that, it hallucinates. So I think it will take time, but let's see how the future looks like. I'm excited for that.
And I want to ask that how referrals work, because a lot of students get want to work with the big companies, but they don't know how, and referrals is the most easiest way. So, what kind you think that how should approach for referrals to any kind of professional?
I would say like referral will get you a head start in a shortlisting procedure, because having an invite from a employee of the company that's already working will definitely provide you an edge over the other candidates who are in the pipeline. But again, it's not a guarantee that whenever a referral you get, you will be getting a chance to appear in the interview. There are a lot of other factors that played. It totally depends upon the like HR, the hiring manager who is hiring for the particular team, what tech stack he is hiring. There are kind of things that needs to be present in resume, the skill set that needs to be there. So having a referral is a good, but it's not a sure shot that you'll be getting the interview call.
And I want to ask that biggest resume mistake that we have seen in resumes.
Yeah, people not including the coding profiling and just stating that they have solved X number of questions over the LeetCode or the Codeforces platform. Because we want to see like you have practice, so we need the link that it can redirect to the platform whichever you have practiced. Because we also need to be confident when providing referrals that yeah, person has really put the effort and knows the problem how to solve in the interview. So not having a link and just stating plain like they have solved these kind of problem, these many problems is isn't very good. So I would always say people to include the coding platform link. Apart from it, mention the things that you are doing in an impactful way, so that we able to get the idea that yeah, the person has contributed, and because of this his or her changes submitted, this much latency got reduced, this much server load got reduced. So these kind of thing needs to be in the resume, so that a referral to get a successful referral or to get shortlisted to a role when they are applying.
And being a Google engineer, which social media you use the most?
Okay, I'm very much active on the LinkedIn and Insta. You can find my page, like I will provide. And I think I'm starting with the YouTube also to to answer some of the most queried thing in my DM, so that people get the idea in which direction they need to put effort, the guidance that they usually ask for. Because I can't reach to everyone, so I thought like just compile it in the most useful way so that people can find it helpful. So yeah, these three social media handles I usually have.
And what are the things that you get after getting the salary from the Google in terms of financially?
Sorry, can you repeat once again?
What are the biggest financial lesson after getting your first salaries? Because when a student goes from his college to any company, at that point of he's starting the salary, and before that he's living from the his family income. So what are the things that you faced after having money?
Yeah, having own independence of earning money, taking your own financial decision are very much helpful. to having living a fulfilled life. Because when you start earning, you can you can do the expense on yourself to make you feel better, to always you can always buy the things that you wanted from long time and not asking from anyone. So these kind of flexibility you get when you receive your first salary, maybe from internship or like a full-time job. But yeah, having your own independence finance is very much good thing that people should work for.
Which platform do you prefer, LeetCode or Codeforces?
Like used both, but like since when I was in college, I started with the lead code because I was started practicing over it along with my friends. So right now I'm active on the lead code only.
Okay. And I have seen a lot that once having experience of more than 5 years or later than that, they start their own startup. So do you have any kind of plan with you?
Yeah, like I've started in my college, like one or two ideas I executed. I got the funding from the IIT Madras also to implement that idea. But yeah, like at that time, we didn't feel like it would be very much scalable, so we went ahead with our job. But again, having the startup idea is like I'm very much fascinated. So if I get something that I really want to go for it, then yeah, I would be going for it. But right now, I think I'm more inclined towards learning and exploring opportunities within the Google to understand the system more better and contribute towards more towards project.
And can a tier 3 student reach to Google, and how?
Yeah, it's not as कि IITs और NITs से गूगल हायर करता है. People from Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 college are all working in the Google. It's just that Tier 3 वाले लोग को थोड़ा ज़्यादा efforts put करने होते हैं to get, to reach that particular position, maybe to get a referral invite, to get shortlisted for the resume. Because having a tag in your resume helps a lot, but it is not like having a tier 3 college will definitely in future will not get you through the process. It's just that you have to put more hard work than other people, because in some point of life they have put much harder effort than you, so you have to compensate that effort maybe later or sooner.
And those who are watching this, what do you want to give any kind of advice so that they can also join Google?
Yeah, I would not specifically say for the Google, maybe to any product-based company that they are aiming for. I would say keep practicing a lot of question over the lead code or the system design question for the job role that they are aiming for. Because the more you practice, the more understanding and the more strong over hold over the concept you will get. And this is what gets judged during the interview, how much technically capable you are in terms of thinking the edge case or understanding a complex problem. So this will be my piece of advice: ki having fun is fine, but having in-depth understanding for the technical things are very much necessary. That will be definitely helpful for long term in your tech journey.
Okay, Ayush, I think I have done with all my questions. So thank you for accepting the invite.
Thanks, Sunny. Thanks for having me. It was, really nice to share my ideas, my advice to the tech community, because when I was learning, I was also watched to a lot of videos so that I can also get the guidance. So it's my time to contribute. So I've done my part of job. So I'm happy. Thank you.